Today's khutbah is dedicated to reminding us of something fundamental to our faith. Allah Azza wa Jal gave us many names for Islam. Islam is the most common name we use for our religion's name, the act of submitting ourselves peacefully before the will of Allah. But even that name has a history. Allah Azza wa Jal describes that Ibrahim alayhi salam was told to submit. Aslim. Every time Allah told to him to submit peacefully, he said, Aslamtu li Rabbil Alameen. I give myself in submission before the Master of all nations and all people. When he was building the Kaaba, he asked Allah Azza wa Jal, Rabbana waj'alna muslimayni lak wa min dhurriyatina ummatan muslimatan lak. Make our children Muslim before you. Make us Muslim, him and Ismail, and our offspring, there should be Muslims among them too. And Allah Azza wa Jal describes in Surah Al-Hajj, Huwa sammakumul muslimina min qablu wa fi hadha. That ayah has two interpretations. Some say Allah has named us Muslim from a long time ago, and even now. But some have also interpreted because the phrase right before that is Millata abikum Ibrahim. Huwa sammakumul muslimina min qablu wa fi hadha. Ibrahim alayhi salam is the one who named you Muslims from much before and even now. So as a matter of fact, our name Muslim goes back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. And in another place, Allah Azza wa Jal describing the religion, the Arabic word for religion is actually millah. He says, فَاتَّبِعُوا مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا. Follow the religion of Ibrahim. Another name for Islam is actually the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So his legacy and the way Allah talks about him is very important for us because that's how we understand Islam itself. And so much of what we do, it's a short reminder for you why Ibrahim alayhi salam is so connected to our religion. You know, everybody here knows that there are 5 pillars of our faith. Bunya al-Islam ala khams. Islam is based on 5 fundamental pillars. Tawheed, the act of declaring La ilaha illallah, clearly goes back to Ibrahim alayhi salam who destroyed idols. When we perform Hajj, that is actually only and only the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi salam. When we give zakah, his son Ismail, Allah says about him, كَانَ يَأْمُرُ أَهْلَهُ بِالصَّلَاةِ وَالزَّكَاةِ. His son, meaning Ismail, learning from his father, used to tell his family to give zakah. Zakah goes back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. The establishment of the prayer, it's his dua. He said, رَبِّ جَعَلْنِي مُقِيمَ الصَّلَاةِ وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي. Make me the one who establishes the salah. And of course, we establish the salah facing the qibla that Allah commanded him to build. So 4 out of the 5 pillars, you would think the only pillar of Islam that doesn't have to do with Ibrahim alayhi salam is the month of Ramadan, fasting. But even this is actually going back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. Because Ibrahim alayhi salam made dua for a messenger to come who will recite Allah's words. And that messenger is Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And those words came in the month of Ramadan. And the only reason we are fasting is because Shahru Ramadan alladhi unzila fihi al-Quran. The month of Ramadan is the one in which the Quran came down. In other words, the month of Ramadan is the one in which the dua of Ibrahim was answered. The dua of Ibrahim alayhi salam that a messenger should come and recite Allah's book was answered in this month. So even this month goes back to the legacy of Ibrahim alayhi salam. All 5 of our pillars go back to Ibrahim alayhi salam. This is important to say because then the way we look at Ibrahim alayhi salam is not like any other prophet. As a matter of fact, even our messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam was told, about him, فَاتَّبِعْ مِلَّةَ إِبْرَاهِيمَ حَنِيفًا. You follow the religion of Ibrahim, Hanifan. Even the messenger is being told to dedicate himself to the legacy of his father, Ibrahim alayhi salam. The reason I say this is because there are some places in the Quran where Allah Azza wa Jal describes the personality of Ibrahim alayhi salam. And everything about his personality becomes the personality of Islam itself. Everything Allah describes becomes the way we as Muslims think. For example, Ibrahim alayhi salam was concerned not only with one nation or one group of people, he was concerned with all of humanity. He was concerned with everyone. As a matter of fact, when he was building the Kaaba, he asked Allah Azza wa Jal that this should be a place, فَجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. Make people's hearts flock towards these people that are going to establish this house. So he was already inclined towards thinking about not just one nation, but all of humanity. And our messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is a mercy and a blessing and an act of Allah's love and care for all of humanity. Rahmatan lil alameen.